Guys, what's going on? It's Train Joku, and right now I am on my way to work. So usually summertime, I drop the kids off at summer camp over at the the Ethical Culture Fieldston School. This is where my kids attend summer camp. It's my brain's still trying to figure itself out this morning, but they both are under the weather. They're learning how to swim. They both have very long hair, and I think walking around with wet hair most of the day after swimming in the morning is the culprit to their cold that they're working through right now. Especially my son, his hair is like ridiculous. I mean, it's beautiful, but it's like when wet, it's down to the middle of his back, if not almost touching his butt. My daughter had the same thing, but she got her hair cut a few months ago. Yeah, so we're considering swim caps for them, so to mitigate having wet hair throughout the day. But that's not the point of this video. I tend to ramble on, but this is what I do. I create videos about me and my life, and you're gonna hear a little bit about everything. But today I want to talk about this car that I'm driving right now. So this is a 2024 Hyundai, Hyundai, not Hyundai, Honda Passport, the Black Edition. And why do I want to talk about this car? I want to talk about this car because this is not my car. This is the car that was given to me by the dealership, Honda of New Rochelle in New Rochelle, New York. I have to say one thing: they're really pretty awesome people. I bought my first Honda from them, which was a Passport. Um, it was the Elite trim, and I bought that in 2009. In 2020, it was 2019, very very low miles. I bought it in early 2020, and great car. I have no complaints about it. Kind of ran its course. I was looking for something different, so I went in there June 1st of 2024. Those of you who've seen my other videos know what I'm talking about. So the beginning of June 1st, 2024, two months ago, a month and a half ago, I walked in and I got into a lease for a Pilot. And the Pilot that caught my eye was the Trailsport. And beautiful car. I've always been a fan of the new body style of the Pilot. I think it's so much better than the old body style that looked like a minivan with four doors. Um, and then the Trailsport, being about an inch and a half, give or take, higher off the ground. Um, it's the look about it is really about, it's more about like just off-roading and things like that, even though ain't nobody going off-roading anytime soon. However, the car just caught my eye because let's be honest here. Certain cars have a tendency to fit a stereotype, and the Pilot has had a tendency of being like a mom SUV. Even though I like the Pilot, I like the body style. It feels more like a Durango slash Ford Explorer. But the thing too, I just like Honda. I do like Honda. So far, the only non-luxury car that I've owned that I really enjoy driving. So the Pilot made sense to me. The Trailsport trim spoke to me. I was like, okay, this you guys throw some stuff in this car for the fellas. So I got the car, 3 miles on the car, drove off the lot, and literally 2 days later, I was back at the dealership because what I best we can find out is that my transmission went out. So, and which doesn't make any sense because by the time I brought it back, I had 43 miles on here, and transmission needs to be replaced, which seems to become a big mystery. And mind you, that was the third that I went back to take the car back, and today is the 8th, I think. 8th? I think today is the 8th. And as of today, the 8th, I still don't have my Pilot Trailsport back. However, last week I was told that the decision had been made to replace it, give me a brand new Trailsport, and I should be receiving it sometime between the 6th, which was Friday, and the 10th, which is Wednesday, I believe. So I'm waiting for that car to get here. Um, so in the interim, I've been driving the Black Edition of the Passport 2024, which has been pretty cool. I mean, it pretty much feels like a much newer version of the Elite that I had. The Black Edition itself doesn't really feel like it's somehow better or somehow like luxurious. It's just a same car with black trimmed out everything. Um, which was funny because my Elite inside was all black as well. The only difference is I think that the door handles were silver and didn't have the best stitching that's on the steering wheel and across the stitched across the seating. I didn't have the headrest that says Black Edition. But outside of that, I think it's a nice car. It looks. I mean, the one thing I would say about Hondas is that it does have a striking look. Whenever they do something to their cars, it does look different, and you can't help but notice that. And I've been getting so many compliments about this car. The color of the exterior is the Sonic Gray, I think it's called. I like it. I like to call it more of like a muddy gray, And people tell me that it has a bluish tinge to it, and I guess I can see that. But it's a wonderful car, and the Trailsport that I picked up is the exact same colors as this, and I'm just waiting to get the car back. But I have to say one thing though, I am low-key nervous only because I did post about my experience with this particular car. I wasn't trying to throw shade at anybody, but I had to just kind of like put it out there because I wanted to know more, because I was online looking at Hondas and no one was talking about problems they were having, like no one at all. So I just thought it was kind of a unique situation to me. But since then, in the comments, I've seen people say, "Hey, me too. 200 miles, my car died on me. 40-something miles, my car died on me." And what's funny about it, it's all so far that I've seen, maybe because I put it out there about the Pilot. So far, it's been all about pilots. So I'm wondering what happened, what's going on, that there's enough people out there who've had issues with their pilots to raise an eyebrow. As a matter of fact, I was watching a review of the Pilot. Man, I forget what I was watching, but it was one of these guys that takes cars from different makes and models, and they do a full review. They talk about the exterior, the interior, the driving. I think they actually were taking that particular car off road, because of the Trailsport has all these off-road-ish capabilities. But in that particular one, I think after they had done like the review of the body and the exterior and all that other stuff and the interior, the car wouldn't start for some reason. It had to be picked up. Something was wrong with one of the circuits, and they fixed it and brought it back to continue the review, which I thought was interesting, because why would a brand new car have an issue? And why would it? I mean, it's one thing if it's a one-off situation. It doesn't seem to be one-off. So low-key, I am worried. I've had some friends who pilots have said that they've had issues, and friends who've had Hondas that said they've had issues. And one person said their car, the starter kept on going out, and so it had to be replaced, and it's been fine since they replaced the starter. It was also 2025. Then I have another friend who has a Honda Accord, which had to be replaced completely because, it just kind of like died on her. So I'm just like, what's going on here, Honda? And this is something I need to be worried about. Is there a recall that's coming up very soon that's going to say, "Hey, we effed up. There's this particular thing wrong with this particular make and model, in particular the Honda Pilot." So yeah, I am low key, I'm low key worried about something happening with this new Pilot I'm about to pick up, especially seeing that this is not just like a car for my personal enjoyment. This is also the car in which I transport my children. I have a soon to be 4.5-year-old and soon to be 6-year-old that this is daddy's car. So I want to make sure, as I'm transporting my children around, that I'm fully confident that there's nothing electronically, mechanically, spiritually wrong with the vehicle in which I'm driving them around. I know Honda has an incredible reputation for safety and does do a lot of things with their cars to ensure that their passengers are safe. But it's been kind of traumatic, these, not like buying a car, not having it for over a month now, well over 6 weeks, and still not understanding what transpired beyond the fact that a brand new car needed a brand new transmission, and which of course I fought against. But I was like, listen, if y'all gonna tell me that this car needs a new transmission, it's brand new off the assembly line, can I just get a brand new car? Period, because it makes no sense to me that I have to now, contend with the possibilities of more things being wrong with the car. Let's be honest here. No matter how great a car is, as soon as we start moving parts and replacing things, it's not quite the same anymore. Now it has a kind of like a stamp on it, like, hey, this car's had issues in the past, and we're talking about not so long after coming off the assembly line, off of, not even like human error, off of simply something is just not right with this car. So yeah, I am excited about getting the replacement vehicle. They told me it's brand new off, it's being shipped in, because apparently there aren't any what's it called, a gray, the color of this car, I just said it earlier, the gray color of this car in that particular trim, there aren't any in the area, so they had to ship one in for me. So that's why it's taken 60 I think they said 6 to 10 days to get here. So yeah, I will let you guys know when I get the new car, and hopefully I can give you my own personal assessment of it. Hopefully everything's copacetic and I get to drive the car for the next 3 years without any problems. Thank God I did a 3-year lease and not a finance, because if I did a finance, maybe I wouldn't be able to be getting the replacement. But because of the lease, at the end of the day, I have to return the car back to them in 3 years. So I think that kind of like made more sense for them to just say, listen, here's another car, and we'll redo everything and make sure that you're good. All right, that's it. So I'll talk to y'all soon, and I hope that you have an amazing day. Until next time, be well.